Good afternoon, Facebookers, lookers, and lurkers. This is your girl Jen on January 11th, and I want to talk to you about independence, a luxury I can't afford, and truth be told, neither can you. Oftentimes, we go through life, and there's things that we want to do. We enter into relationships, we start a job, we quit a job, or leave a job without considering God first. And I made a post earlier today is that I am looking to move out of state, out of California. And what I want to tell you guys is that independence we have, what I want to do before I make a move, is not a luxury we can afford. So before I do anything, I go to God first, and I have to get His okay, because if there's only one thing truthfully that I'm afraid of, and that is operating or getting ahead of God and operating on my own. We all know Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I have for you, and that is to prosper you and to give you a future full of hope. Well, we know that, right? But I kind of like the way the Message version translates it. And it says, I'll show up and take care of you as I promised and bring you back home. I know what I'm doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you, not abandon you, and plans to give you the future you hope for. Now with that, okay, we know I want to leave California, but where am I going to go? I've got all these places I could go, right? Well, again, I'm going to allow God to do God and tell me where I need to be. Because if we look at Proverbs 3:5 and 6, it says, trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure everything out on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. He is the one that'll keep you on track. Now, here's the thing. I'm in a transitional phase and at a pivotal point in my life. I have to do something different. God has called me to do something different in my career, with my family, with my relationships, and even in my ministry, because first and foremost, I'm about my Father's business. And if we put God first and do His will and live the life He has called us to live, guess what? All that other stuff will work itself out. So what I'm telling you or sharing with you is, we can't afford to be independent of God's will. We need to be with Him and stay behind Him. Don't get in front of Him, It's easier for you to ride His coattail if you on the coattail, not trying to tell God where you want God to go, right? That's really what it is. And have you ever done, people say, oh, not the deep and wonderfuls, not you, but I know I've done this. Got married to somebody who I wanted to be married to, and guess what happened? I ended up in a divorce. I moved into a house that, I wanted because it was the big and beautiful house, and I wanted to keep up with the Joneses. Well, guess what? I was struggling to pay the rent or the mortgage. Or better yet, have you ever moved into a house, not had to struggle to pay the mortgage or the rent, and the owner sell the house from up underneath you? Guess what? You moved before God told you you could or should. So again, just be mindful as to the voice of God. Listen to what He's telling you. Follow where He's leading you, because that's where I'm at. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I love you all. Good morning, Joe, Curtis, Donald, Miles, Wilson, Zena, Lawan. Good morning to everybody. I love you. Have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.